going on, guys? You can hear my keyboard. I don't know why I keep having that problem, but do I have an echo? I don't have the extra mic on. I just turned it on right now. Now I'm going to turn it back off, so I think I should be okay. All right, guys. Just wanted to go over current action and really a little bit more about the software. I'm hoping it's going to keep giving us some trades here. The problem is I'm really trying to pick a major low. What's up, Bob? So, on the screen we've got the 5-minute Bitcoin. The 61.94 is where we had the divergence on the daily chart that I tweeted about, and then we had an oversold technometer. So might be just as easy to go on here and grab it. I mean, there was the 61.94 you can see here. So on a daily chart, we had volume continuing to hit new lows, and then we finally had a 38 reading on the technometer, which means that we probably could be done going down, need some type of relief rally, which is then what we've got. And then also, as we moused around here, coming into this test of the low on the 11th, then we also had more divergences, which was really this divergence here. Hold on. So we had the major divergence, but then we had also this short-term one here, where more selling was coming in down at the bottom and price was holding here when we tested the lows. Then that gave us this rally today. So the thing is now is, if you go to a, let's go up to a 30-minute. As you know, I've mentioned I do look at Elliott waves. So this is a 30-minute on the decline from 7,400. So you could count this a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This did look like a triangle back here. And then you would expect an ABC back up to previous fourth wave. So now we've done that. That's why I put this downtrend line here. And also, if we go out to a 4-hour, we bring in everything for the year, then what ends up happening is we're needing 5 waves down here to go below 5,800. So if that's the case, we possibly have done a 1, 2, and now we're ready to do a 3, 4, 5 down. The only reason I show that is I would think that is the final spring shakeout on the longer term charts. I don't think you'd want to get scared out by that. It will be scary if that happens. I'm sure a lot of people will get scared. There could be an alternate count where the low back here in June, we've done some type of 1, 2, 1, 2, and we're going to explode to the upside. I still think that's a possibility because I've been so impressed that Bitcoin held these lows when the alts were bleeding out, and then once again, alts bled out here in the last few days, and Bitcoin held again. And I keep having these divergences down here. So I think somebody is supporting 62, 50, 6,300. And I don't know, if those people are going to pay for that with the breakdown to 5,700 or below. Yeah, I know Matt's been calling for 6,000. I've heard that. He doesn't do much technical analysis, so, and just kind of picking trades. So, I mean, again, if this counts right, we needed an A, B, C down. So we've done an A here, a B, and then we need a 5-wave C down. I mentioned that maybe 4 or 5 days ago after we had the break from 7,400. if that's the case, we're doing a 1-2 here. It could go a little higher today on this little rally, 6,600 or something. But if we come back and give up, if we come back and give up 6,350, start doing that, then probably it's telling you that we're going to break down below 5,700. Which again, as far as I'm concerned, that would be, if you bring up the Wyckoff that we've shown before, then we would just have another spring or a shakeout, which usually happens at the end of accumulation to find out if there's anybody still wanting to sell and to take the last cheap Bitcoin from people before we start the real markup. So I think, we're going to be here at 65, 6,600. We're going to be at the case where, are we going to meet resistance, turn down for the last 3, 4, 5 waves down for Elliott wave. And then again, if you're strictly Wyckoff, which is really what I do, this low here and this low has brought in a lot of sell volume, and price is held. So today the technometer's at 46, 50 is overbought. So we still have room for a little more rally today. If that gets overbought, then it's the key is the correction then in the next day or two, whether it's a sideways small affair or whether it's a break of this 62.50 level, which will start to overlap everything, tell us we're headed back down. I do think somewhere here when Bitcoin decides to go, it's going to go fast. What's up, Jet? So, any strength from here above 6,600, anything 68, 69, 7,000, I think, that tells you we're headed to the upside. What's up, Dennis? But as I said, software's working fine. Developers have now got to get it on my Amazon server and then on my super WebSocket so I can offer it to subscribers. I'm just trying to keep showing it here and trying to give people previews of it and how it can be helpful. And it was helpful down here at 61.94, telling you that possibly we'd get some type of rally. So now we've got the relief. So is it a relief rally or is it the start of something big? A lot of the other coins obviously don't look as good. I mean, Litecoin's had a pretty nice rally off the bottom. So, and it's still at the lower end of oversold. I mean, a quick 47 to almost 56. You guys, I forgot. I got to bring over my other some other software here to go over other coins and stuff, because I do have ECA here. ECA USDT. Four-hour. I mean, I think the key is if Bitcoin has, is making a major low, these coins are good. But if Bitcoin heads back to 5,700 and below there for a shakeout, we're going to get crushed on these alts again. Yeah, the Ethereum shorts have been large. I mean, that's why we had the quick rally off of 170. 170 was a Elliott wave objective, so that could have been a major low, especially if Bitcoin can show strength here. I will show, this is the UUP, where we gave the sell up here with an overbought technometer at the bottom. Major oversold here, would show we, again, would work sideways to relieve that, and then we gave another sell 2 days ago. So that chart shows a little bit of weakness in the next day or two. Then the dollar could come under big pressure, and that would help cryptocurrencies right now. The flip side of that, if Bitcoin does go to new lows, is probably dollar has the first wave down. This is an A up. This is a B. Dollar would come back up here to 25.40 or so, while the Bitcoin makes one more new low. And then the dollar would fall apart, and Bitcoin would make a final big low, I think. So that's kind of how I'm playing it. So I think, like I said, anything back here 6250, 6300 would be too deep for the immediate bullish case. What's up, Ryzen? Still got a headache? And that would say probably that we're headed down to new lows. And once again, that's a little more Elliott wave-ish, which I always pay attention to. And on the Wyckoff charts, I mean, as you can see from, let's go back to that daily that I had. With the negative volume coming in here, and we keep making higher highs, I guess I'm still impressed with that. So that's why even for me here at 6,500, it's going to be hard for me to lighten up on any positions, etc. Because I think there's a lot of bearishness out there. A lot of people have given up on cryptos, and people have been wiped out of the alts. So this chart by itself looks pretty friendly. And we rallied off the danger point twice. So and someone appears to be buying 6250, 6300. Now, if those people are idiots, then they're going to get a shove to them quickly. So again, if we go back to 6250, I think it starts to look suspect short term. We could go down to one more new low. So hope that helps out a little bit. And that's really, didn't check much news, and don't have much else to give here. So Nick's still on vacay. And I think he gets back Sunday night. And I'm still not sure if I'm headed home today or tomorrow for a couple days. Need to get out of here and take a break. But otherwise, everybody have a good day, good trading. And I'll try to catch you if we get any more volatility. Have a good day.
Good afternoon. My name is Richard D. Wyckoff. Anyone who is interested in the stock, option, or commodity markets is most likely to find my life and teachings to be of great interest and value. I was born November 2nd, 1873. At the age of 15, I had my first job as a stock runner on Wall Street, and by age 25, I had opened my first brokerage firm. I was one of the pioneers in the study of the tape and included volume studies in all my market operations. This volume and its intraday studies is what set me apart from the rest of the market gurus. There was a point that my buy-and-sell following was so big that it became a powerful part of the daily market. It was at this time that I became known as one of the titans of technical analysis. But all along, my lifelong endeavor was to pass on my accumulated wisdom to others. With that in mind, in 1907 I created the Magazine of Wall Street. At its height, the Magazine of Wall Street had over 200,000 subscribers. That's over 200,000 investors who wanted my thoughts on the current market conditions and trends. Finally, in 1931, I decided to take all my knowledge that I had learned about the stock market and create the Richard D. Wyckoff course of stock market science and technique. I was able to create something that established a new standard of practice in the public stock market operations. I did not claim any monopoly of stock market knowledge, but up to that time, no one else seemed willing to be so frank in offering to the public the most intimate knowledge of the inner workings of the stock market. The good news is that even though I created the Wyckoff stock market course back in 1931, the course has been maintained and updated throughout the years and is available to you today. Over 90 years later, my course is still available for investors and traders that want to learn the secrets to the stock market and can be found right now at wyckoffsmi.com.